Hey guys, what's up? It's the Snake Dude 1814 here. Sorry this video is a day later, I'm pretty sure. I tried shooting this yesterday, and I had technical issues. It wouldn't let me upload it, but this is just supposed to be a basic corn snake setup. Obviously, I'm just going to be using my one Vegas for demonstration purposes, because he is practically what the about maybe average corn snake owner would use for a setup. So, first of all, here he is. He's an adult male oak tea. He's about to go. He's about ready to shed his skin, so he's a little bit dark. His belly's a bit light too, but that's him. I'll say hi to the camera. There you go. There's your snake cam for the week, guys. But yeah, so first thing I usually do after I've cleaned out a tank. This says new bedding in it and everything. This is just a spare bag that I'm going to use for demonstration. I'm just going to set him in a little, like, travel container. I think this is a large critter keeper or something. And so usually... No, do you not want to go in today? No? Okay. Hey, guys. Yeah. You don't want to listen to me today. Okay. Okay, this is a trick that works. If he would uncoil from my wrist. There you go. There you go, bud. Just going. There you go. Okay. Yeah, sometimes he can be a little bit like that. So, first things first, substrate. I like to use Aspen by the Zumek company. It's a great bedding. It holds humidity pretty well if you missed it, actually. And in his case, since he's about to go and shed his skin, works great. They can burrow in it, and it's soft on their belly too. You can even use just like Carefresh Aspen. It's really the same thing. This is just at my local pet store. Sorry, jeez, I'm a little bit off today, guys. Sorry if you hear me speaking weirdly, but yeah, you can use Carefresh. I know the company Zilla makes something called Lizard Litter, which is like Aspen, it's just chipped differently, but it does the same purpose. You can also keep on like bark, Eco Earth. But I've always had success with this Aspen. It's nice because when they poop in it, it actually like clumps, so you can just scoop it out with your handy dandy hot pink scooper. But yeah. So for starters, then also what you can add is sometimes since he's about to shed, I'm not going to do it in this video because I'll just miss him. But sometimes like if you have a like a hide like this cork tube I have here, put a little bit of damp moss in there, and that acts as like a humid hide. So he loves this a lot too because it fit all the way through there. So yeah, moss works good. Heat wise, I have a heat mat on the bottom right here. I think this is like a medium heat mat or something. It says 10 to 20 gallon size. Sorry, that noise you guys just heard. That's my water dragon moving about. I also, during daytime, I like to use a daylight blue bulb. It provides UVA, which allows them to see, and it also produces a decent heat. For a 20 gallon, I use a 60 watt. In the summer, you could actually maybe even turn this off, just because my room especially gets quite hot. The light you see coming from this way is a window, so that saves a little bit of electricity. But yeah, I just use these. Note though, be very careful. They do burn out easily if you shake them, which is why then you use a clamp dome, and mine already has one in here. That's just a spare I have, but you know, it turns on and off. So yeah, that works good. And again, I like to use the clamp just because I can hold on to it. That way I don't jostle the bulb and burn myself. So yeah, that's practically like your essentials, and now let's get on to the setup. So I'm just gonna move my Aspen and everything over there, grab any extra decor. So a trick that I've seen people use, and I actually really like this, I like to take this cork hollow that doubles as a hide, and I like to just sort of wedge it like right into this back corner, maybe dig up the ground a little bit right here. And what you do is you like fill up the back and it makes a ledge. I've seen people do it a lot. I think it personally looks really cool. And then it gives him a little something extra to climb on as well. It adds a little bit more space. And he can also burrow and like make a nest back here. I've seen him do it, so I personally think they like it a lot. Flatten down the aspen, just so. And by the way, I know the camera's over there. I'll zoom in at the end just so you can see the complete setup. This just makes it easier on me, so I don't have to hold the camera in. That makes it still for you guys. So yeah, and then obviously, you know, for a little extra decor, I've got like this fake plant. I think this is an Exoterra one. You can really get them by any company. ZoomMed, Penplex. They practically all have the same purpose. This one has a suction cup on the back. I know I kind of broke it on accident when I first got out, so I just tied like a little thing to it. So then I like to mist the side of the glass so that way it sticks. And only when shooting YouTube does your plastic plant not stick. So yeah, that just sort of adds like a little place for him, I guess, to hide if he's so cheesy. Sometimes I see him poking his head like out of the leaves because he burrows back there. So this trick with corn snakes too is you got to remember they're cold-blooded. So you want a hot side and a cold side. Those of you that are doing your research and looking into it, you know what I'm talking about, but I figured, you know, always should say it in a video just because it's important for their overall health. So then, obviously, you want a decent-sized water bowl. He can actually fit himself into this. So I'll just wedge that maybe like right over here. Maybe make a little oasis or something for him. And then you want to hide on the hot side. This is just like, again, a medium desert cave. He can fit himself completely into it. And I like to have the cold side and the hot side be over the heat mat, and then the heat lamp over the hides. That way this really hides up. And what's nice about corn snakes, too, is a lot of people, either their snake is just lazy and hides all the time, but mine actually, right after they eat, they'll actually coil up on top of like a flat surface like the hides that I provide for them, and they'll actually sit under the heat lamp and bask to absorb that extra heat for digestion. So, little fun fact of the day. Just set that like right there. You can always add more decor, I guess. Just got another, as you can see, some of the leaves have fallen off, so I've poked them in the cork hollow. And you just spray where you want to put it. Spray the suction cups. Usually that'll fit right on the side. Remember, if you even this water on the glass, that's just going to add extra humidity. And now the most important part of our corn snake tank is your thermometer. I've had this one sitting out so it says 73 degrees. But I personally like the ones with a probe, because the probe is a little bit more accurate than your regular stick to the back thermometer. You actually know what the temperature is in the exact place you put it. So what I like to do is, and this one comes with a suction cup, it's actually right here. And honestly, I just hook that to the back. And the probe also has a suction cup if you have it like on the side of a glass. Me personally, I just throw the probe in, and I actually like to just set it right under his hot side. That way I know exactly how hot he is getting. Because I know the room temperature is 70 degrees usually is what my room stays at. House is set to 68, but if you're like me, and you keep all your reptiles in one room with multiple heating sources, the temperature goes up. And then, obviously, fill thy water bowl. I'm gonna have to refill that. And yeah, that's practically I do the corn snake setup, but you're not finished yet. You still need to add, excuse me, gotta walk across the camera. Your screen, again, this is just a basic 20-gallon long screen. I've used it a lot, so it's actually a little bit indented from all the heat lamps I've had on it in the past for like my bearded dragon. And practically, I just set this on. What's nice again about these is they have a little groove right here. That note the snake can't crawl out of, but I can fit the probe right through. So that's sort of a nice trick. But before I put that on, we're going to add Mr. Vegas, who has been oh so patiently waiting, back in. Hi. Now you don't want to come out? There you go. So there he is. He's like, yay, my new home. Oh, sorry, bud. Yeah, there you go. And so he can just wander about while I put in his lid. And then these things on the side are locks. They actually push down on like this little indent groove. And I use 4 of them just to, because I like to stay on the safe side and don't want my snake escaping. It's really hard to lift up too. And you just take your clamp lamp with your daylight blue bulb. I place it over the rock, and ta-da, works like magic. So I'll take you guys and I'll zoom you in, and here you guys go. And so as you can see, thermometer, it's already starting to warm up. It's 77 now that it's in the hide. He is enjoying himself. You see, even though like they are terrestrial, they still like to climb up a little bit, so he does enjoy it. And yeah, water bowl, plants, all that good stuff. Well, overall, I hope you guys enjoyed, and my next video will be out soon. Sorry again for the delay, but I hope you enjoyed. See you guys.